President Uhuru Kenyatta yesterday did something which he has never done before in this country. The president broke the protocol and invited Raila Odinga to address Kenyans before he could deliver his official Madaraka Day speech or address to the nation. Who is Raila Odinga? Raila Odinga is not an elected leader in this country. He's not a government official. But of course, Raila Odinga has always addressed national events. And in most cases, the president has never invited him. Ideally, the person who ought to have invited Raila Odinga to speak was Kisumu Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. If you look back to the previous events, in Meru, Kiraitu Murungi invited Raila Odinga to address Kenyans. And he addressed them. In Mombasa last year, Ali Hassan Joho also broke the protocol and invited Raila Odinga before inviting William Ruto again. In Kisumu, the expectation was that Governor Nyong'o was going to invite Raila Odinga to speak. But when that didn't happen, it was expected that the Deputy President, William Ruto, was going to invite him. But that did not happen. And the question is, why do you think William Ruto did not invite Raila Odinga to address Kenyans? I have only two theories why DP Ruto did not do that. Number one, probably the Deputy President wanted to set up President Uhuru Kenyatta, so that by handing the mic to the president, he was sure there was no way the president was going to invite Raila Odinga, and that people were going to be mad with the president. Number two, I also think probably the Deputy President didn't want to break the protocol, so that once he was handed over the microphone, he had no option but now to invite the president. But even in the past, we've seen the Deputy President inviting Raila Odinga before taking the microphone again and inviting the president. So the DP did not play that role. And from the mood at the stadium, it was clear that majority of the people at that stadium were going to walk out on the president if he was not going to invite Raila Odinga to speak. So President Uhuru Kenyatta was invited. He took the microphone and he invited Raila Odinga, and he was clear that he was going to break the protocol.
Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Burundi, Your Excellency President Everest Ndayishimiye, Your Excellency, the First Lady of Burundi, Madam Angelina Dayubaha, Governor wa Kisumu, Mheshimiwa Anyang' Nyong'o, Wakenya wenzangu, hamjambo? Ndugu yangu,
so why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta decided to break the protocol? The President of the Republic of Kenya ideally is supposed to protect the Constitution. National events are programmed in a way that they should go the way they should go. It's the governor speaking or someone else, and once they are done, then it's the Deputy President and then the President. Remember, we even had a foreign president in this country watching all this particular drama. So in this video today, I want us to look at why President Uhuru Kenyatta decided to break the protocol and invite Raila Odinga. But before we do all those, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button, that red subscribe button there, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. I know in the last few days, I've not been very consistent. You all know I was away. I came back, and sometimes it's very difficult. So I've now settled. And please do me a favor in this particular video. Just click the thumbs up button or the like button. And for those who are able, please just drop your comment and share this video. Now let us get back to serious business. Why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta decided to break the protocol just to allow Raila Odinga to address Kenyans? Remember, when Raila Odinga was also given a chance to address this meeting, he recognized the presence of his NASA co-principals. He recognized Kalonzo Musyoka. He recognized Musalia Mudavadi. Wetangula was not there. Ruto Nyong'o did not recognize these two gentlemen. And again, in his speech, Raila Odinga recognized certain elders, the elders from Kisii and the elders from the Luhya nation. Why do you think he was doing that? Probably we need to figure out why Raila Odinga recognized those elders or those leaders from those two regions. But why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta decided to invite Raila Odinga to speak before he could speak? Number one, I think the president was trying to avert a possible walkout. When Ruto invited the president, there were murmurs. The president heard this loud and clear. And indeed, the president is guided by the intelligence. So probably he was informed that these guys are going to walk out on you. It would have been bad if the people of Kisumu had walked out on the president while he is actually reading his speech. Again, it could also be because he wanted to appease these people. Remember, for the past 3 or 4 days before this event, the president was in Kisumu, and the love was already there. And don't be cheated that the people of Kisumu love President Uhuru Kenyatta. They love Raila Odinga. And because Raila is working with Uhuru Kenyatta, that's why they are extending that love to President Uhuru Kenyatta. So Uhuru Kenyatta was well aware of all this. So he had to allow Raila Amolo Odinga to speak. That's number one. Number two, I'm also convinced that probably Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga planned the whole game. That it was going to be Uhuru inviting Raila. If it was not planned, there was no way Anyang' Nyong'o would have bypassed Raila Odinga and then hand over the microphone to William Ruto when he was not even sure that Ruto was going to invite Raila Amolo Odinga. So these two brothers probably agreed that it's a national event, and as per the program, I'm not going to feature anywhere. But please, my brother, I'm going to invite you when I get the microphone. So they shared this with Nyong'o, and that's why Nyong'o bypassed Raila Odinga and handed over to William Samoei Ruto. And as you all know, that William Ruto is viewing Raila Amolo Odinga as his potential challenger. So granting Raila Odinga a microphone at that event would not have been the best politics for the DP. This whole thing was actually planned. So that's number two. Number three, I also believe that it was kind of President Uhuru Kenyatta's indirect endorsement of Raila Amolo Odinga for the presidency. Otherwise, why would the president invite Raila Odinga when there's a sitting president somewhere there? Why do you think he would do that? Why do you think he would do that when the president of South Africa actually sent someone to represent him in this event? Why would the president break protocol? It was an endorsement. And in my subsequent video, I'm going to explain to you guys how the president endorsed Raila Odinga in Kisumu. The first one is through this protocol hitch. The second one, if you listen to the president's speech, he stated clearly that he's hoping to continue working with Raila Amolo Odinga for many more years to come. The president's term in office is actually ending next year. So next year is not many years to come. This was the last Madaraka Day celebration the president was presiding over. So I think it was indirect endorsement of Raila Amolo Odinga. Number 4, I think it's all about the handshake, cementing the handshake. Raila and Uhuru are partners in handshake. They've been doing a lot of things together. They've been sharing blames together. They've been working together. And they've been pushing for the Building Bridges Initiative process. And now we are in a situation where an opportunity presents itself. Raila Odinga doesn't have any opportunity to address the meeting. Then boom, the president invites him. So basically what the president was doing, he was cementing that handshake. And he was delivering a message to the people of Nyanza that this handshake is stronger than you'd imagine. Otherwise, the president would have just addressed the gathering and mentioned that we were here with my brother Raila, we've been working, he would have just mentioned, even in a more polite way, severally in his speeches, but the fact that he decided in his own wisdom to invite Raila Amolo Odinga, and he didn't specify to Raila Odinga that just speak 1 minute. Raila Odinga spoke for long, almost 10 minutes. He gave history the way it was planned. And that history talked about the Kapenguria 6. Basically, he reminded Uhuru Kenyatta the sacrifices the father made to allow Mzee Kenyatta become the president. And those sacrifices, those meetings were actually held in Kisumu. So these guys just cemented the handshake. The message they delivered to their supporters is that Kumbe Uhuru and Raila are still together. And lastly, I think President Uhuru Kenyatta probably realized that William Ruto was setting him up. So he decided that I'm not going to play into this trap. I'm going to invite Raila Amolo Odinga. And you could tell from the crowd, the moment the president just started mentioning that atavunja protocol, the excitement on the people who are on the podium, especially supporters of Raila Odinga. So Uhuru probably realized that there's a trap here. Why is Ruto not inviting Raila Amolo Odinga? Why is he handing over the microphone to me? And sisi tuko kwa ngome ya huyu jamaa. Before the handshake, we could not even host Madaraka Day celebrations in this country, in this part of the country. I don't know what you think, but I think the president wanted to achieve those 5 objectives. He wanted to avert a walkout. The president and Raila Odinga planned this whole thing, and it was about President Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement of Raila Amolo Odinga. They also wanted to cement the handshake. And the president also wanted to evade the trap laid by his deputy. Let me hear your thoughts on this. I want to take the next 2 hours reading each and every comment and responding to them. Again, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that anytime we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And the best way we can also interact is through comments. If you drop your comment, then I'll be able to read, respond, learn a lot. By the way, I learn a lot from comments. So those who are able to drop their comments, please do. I know there are some people who prefer their privacy, so they just watch, but they'll not be able to drop their comments. So please just give it thumbs up. Thank you guys, and may you have a blessed week. And by the way, what else do you want me to analyze? Let me know. Give a suggestion. Bye-bye.